This man's friends threw him in a dumpster after drinking too much and left him to. This is the tragic story of Robert Many Horses. Robert was known as Boo in his community, so I'm going to refer to him as Boo throughout this story. Boo was a 22-year-old Native American man who was unfortunately born with fetal alcohol syndrome. So it was really hard for him to make friends because he looked different than the other kids. So oftentimes he would buy underage kids alcohol so that he could hang out with them, and that was his ticket to making friends once he turned 21. In June of 1999, after a night of heavy drinking with 4 white teenagers in Mobridge, South Dakota, Boo had a few too many drinks and ended up passing out in the backseat of a car. The group of teenagers that he was with panicked and decided to place him face first into a garbage can in an alley, later claiming that it was just a joke. The next morning, his body was found with an astonishingly high blood alcohol level of 0.446, which is lethal and far beyond the legal limit. The teens that he was with were arrested, but prosecutors dropped the charges and aggravated due to insufficient evidence. The FBI was brought in to complete a federal investigation, and they looked into whether or not it was a hate crime. But they eventually came to the conclusion that there wasn't enough proof, so no charges were filed by the state or federal government. The local Native American community was rightfully outraged, saying that this case was ignored because of Boo's race and pointing out how unfairly Native American people are treated in the justice system there. Boo's foster mother filed a wrongful lawsuit, which ended in confidential civil settlement in the year 2000, but the criminal case remains closed. No one has ever been criminally held accountable for Boo's case. However, Boo's legacy still lives on in the Native American community of South Dakota. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for listening to Boo's story, and thank you so much for spending time with me. I would love to know your thoughts on this case in the comments. I read all of your comments. I post true crime videos every day, so if you like that type of content, follow so you don't miss my next case, and please, please, please stay safe out there.